This is the 11th video in a series of 17 exploring the book, The Power of Discipline, How to Use Self-Control and Mental Toughness to Achieve Your Goals by Daniel Walter. In this episode, we'll discuss Chapter 11, Meditation for Self-Discipline and Focus. Today's theme is deep, practical, and truly transformative. We're going to talk about meditation, not as some distant mystical practice, but as a tool for prosperity, capable of changing the way you think, feel, and act when it comes to your financial life. And I want you to listen carefully, because this could be the turning point in your journey toward abundance. At 40, 50, or 60 years old, many people have already experienced the ups and downs of life. They've tried to get financially organized, made promises to start over, looked for new paths. But often, the problem isn't a lack of financial knowledge, it's a restless mind. A mind filled with worries, fears, and noise blocks the natural flow of prosperity. And that's exactly where the power of meditation comes in. Daniel Walter explains that meditation is mental discipline training. It teaches the brain to stop reacting impulsively, to gain focus, clarity, and self-control. It's as if you were tuning the most important instrument of your prosperity, your mind. Pause for a moment and think. How many poor financial decisions have you made on impulse? How many times have you spent money you didn't have just to soothe an emotion? How many times have you frozen in fear of making a mistake? Those automatic reactions are born from an unfocused mind. And what meditation does is create a space between impulse and action, a brief pause where wisdom is born. And that's the exact space where prosperity begins. Walter reminds us that meditation isn't about sitting for hours in the lotus position or completely emptying the mind. It's about observing your own thoughts without letting them control you. Because when you start to observe, you stop being a victim of your thoughts, and you become the conscious observer. And only when the mind quiets down can you see clearly what truly matters. Picture this. You're in debt. You're worried, tired. Your mind won't stop running. You think about how to pay the bills, how to handle everything, and the more you think, the more anxious you get. The mind creates a maze of worry, and the energy of prosperity can't flow through it. But when you take a deep breath, close your eyes for a few moments, and simply observe, something shifts. You realize you are not the problem. You are the one seeing the problem, and that changes everything. Because the one who observes can choose how to act, and conscious choice is the beginning of financial freedom. Walter cites studies showing that in just 7 days of practice, people who meditate become calmer, less anxious, and more focused. Now imagine what that could do for your financial life. Less anxiety means fewer impulsive decisions. More focus means clearer goals. More calm means more wisdom to deal with the unexpected. It's like replacing a noisy engine with a silent, efficient system. Meditation isn't just a spiritual practice. It's a mental strategy for prosperity. It trains your brain to think long-term, to resist instant gratification, and to act with consistency. In other words, it's the antidote to financial impulsiveness. And it's not about stopping your thoughts. It's about learning to think consciously. Because when you master your own mind, you also master your finances, your emotions, and your destiny. Walter teaches simple techniques like Zazen, which means just sitting. You sit comfortably, keep your spine straight, and focus on your breathing. With every inhale and exhale, you train your mind to remain in the present moment. It sounds simple, but it's powerful. Each breath strengthens the muscle of presence, and it's presence that pulls you out of autopilot, that state where you spend without thinking, sabotage yourself without realizing it, and repeat the old patterns of scarcity. Breathing is the thread that connects body, mind, and prosperity. When it becomes conscious, you take back control. And that's exactly what every adult over 40 needs. Conscious control, not rigid control. Because prosperity doesn't grow from desperation. It grows from clarity. Another technique Walter mentions is shikantaza, which means just sitting and observing. Here you simply watch the flow of your thoughts as if they were clouds drifting across the sky. You don't try to stop them, you just watch them pass by. That's how the mind learns not to cling. And those who don't cling prosper. Because attachment is what creates fear. Fear of losing, fear of lacking, fear of not being enough, and fear is the root of scarcity. Meditation in this sense is an exercise in liberation. It's allowing fear to leave and making inner space for the new. And the new may come as an insight, an opportunity, or a completely different way of seeing money. When the mind is silent, intuition speaks. And intuition is one of prosperity's greatest allies. You might say, but I can't meditate. My mind won't stop. That's okay. The mind won't stop, but you'll learn not to be dragged by it. That's the real training of discipline. Because discipline isn't about forcing yourself. It's about observing yourself with consistency. And consistency is the secret behind every kind of prosperity. Walter also presents kinhin, or walking meditation. With each step, you breathe. You walk slowly, with full attention. It's the perfect exercise for anyone rebuilding their financial life. Because it teaches the brain to move forward, one step at a time, with patience and rhythm. That's exactly how prosperity unfolds, one step at a time. You don't have to change everything at once. You just need to start. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. And over time, what began as practice becomes a way of life. Meditation becomes as natural as brushing your teeth or brewing your morning coffee. And that's what transforms the mind. Consistency, conscious repetition, and the daily choice to silence the noise and listen to what truly matters. After 40, life invites you to live differently. Less rush, more presence. And meditation is the gateway to that. It's the bridge connecting material prosperity and spiritual serenity. Because there's no point in earning more money if your mind remains in chaos. To prosper, in the deepest sense, is to live in peace with what you have and still move toward what you desire. And when you reach that state, everything changes. You start managing your time, your money, and your emotions with more wisdom. You realize that wealth is energy, and your mental state determines how that energy flows. A peaceful mind is fertile soil for abundance, and meditation is the invisible fertilizer that prepares that soil. So start today. Don't try to meditate, just meditate. The word try is fear's excuse. The word do is prosperity's command. Stop, breathe, observe. Let your thoughts drift by like clouds and stay in the present. Because this is where life happens. This is where prosperity begins. And this, right here, right now, is the moment you choose to change. If this video made sense to you, give it a like, drop a comment below, share it with someone who needs this message, and subscribe with the bell on so you won't miss a thing. And if you want to take the next step to transform your financial mindset, check out the link in the first comment below.